Now, I know that I can't be by myself when I say that I be completely fed up with stuff that I hear or stuff that I see, and you kind of trying to figure out where is it coming from, or where did that, like, how is that news, or why do they keep saying this to us, or how many times they gonna report that story and we ain't gonna find out what the hell's really going on with that story. Well, I'm glad to say that my mentor, Antonio T. Smith Jr., he has defied the odds already. He already has made a promise. He said that he wants to make a million. He wants to make 100,000 millionaires. Excuse me. And when I say that, I mean if you were a person right there that had already said to yourself, "Yeah, right." I mean, it's really he's really talking to the people like you with the subconscious that already shot you out of the water, that said that you weren't even have the ability to make this $100,000. But anyway, he has decided that he is going to give it back. He's given all his wealth away and all of his knowledge, really, and information on how to do what it is you need to do, or the steps in order to get what it is that you need to get. There's a lot of different things that I have learned just within this last year, and well, it's been a year for me since this last year with the ATS Business University, to the point where I've actually published my first book. Like, I'm a published author. Not only am I a published author, but there's a reason why, and there's a group that I'm affiliated with that we all have like this one common goal, and that's the betterment of ourselves and the betterment of the future, and our generations and our children's children, you know, like we're all there on this one goal, this one common goal. So I just wanted to come on and let people know, one, you have to look out for Antonio T. Smith Jr. Now, if you go to AntonioTSmithJr.com, that is going to give you the available. Well, you have to register, and what you want to do is you want to register so that you can be involved in what's going on in Antonio's little world. And I like to call it Antonio's little world because, trust me, when you meet Antonio, or if you get a chance to sit in with Antonio, which is actually kind of cool because he actually offers the morning meeting like every Monday. Well, I shouldn't say every Monday, every morning, Monday through Friday. There is a business meeting called 8 p.m., 8 a.m. Eastern, no, 8 a.m. Central. So that's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But every morning, and it's just a behind the scenes look of what goes on in his company, but he also gives you the opportunity to ask questions or to really brainstorm with them if you need to. I think that it's a great opportunity to grow. It's a great opportunity to network, and there's something that they call group economics. Now, within the group economics of things, it says that as long as you know where to go to get the goods that you need, then you're good. So what the ATS kind of does is it brings us all into one big community so that the goods are inside of the community. And then what ends up happening is, just like any well-oiled community, or as we know, other people or groups consider themselves to be like well-oiled communities. That says that they end up spending their money about 10 to 15 or maybe even 20 times within each other, like within that network, before it goes out to somebody else. So within the ATS, there's a lot of group economics where if you have it and you are across the country, but I can get it to you and I know you because we are in the same group, you best believe that whatever you think that you need in that country, you're going to have it because we have it right here and it's available for us to have. So if we can have it, you can have it too. If you're a person that does the, what is it, the it's like a Netflix. like a Netflix and chill, if you'd like to pull up the movie and watch the movie and hang out in the movie and all of that, the different podcasts and all, then you would be perfect for going on and registering. It's like TV. That's how I look at it. They say it's like this. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get used to what it is that it's offering. I just know that when it's offering the way that it's coming out of the block right now, it's almost too overwhelming. But they say that when God opens up a blessing, He will give you more. He will give you more of a blessing where you won't have room enough to receive. So it'll be almost like it's continuously happening because of the fact that you're sitting in the will of where it is that God needs you to be. That's what happens at the ATS. Now, there's that thing about the news, like I was telling you. You know, CNN has a lot to do with, I'm not sure, CNN, Fox, CNN, NBC, CNN, CB, whatever, ABC, NBC, CBS, TVN, whatever, however you need to do it, whichever called letters you call. Make sure that whatever you're calling is, you're getting source for information. You're not just getting someone's agenda pushed to you, piped down to you. And that be what it be, piped down to you. Because some of the stuff, actually, when you start to put your brain on it, it really don't even make sense. And so what I will introduce is, it's called the Mexit Verse. Now, MexitVerse.com. The reason why he put it the Mexit Verse is because it's like a whole universe of just an ideal shift mindset change. What is the shift mindset change? That you don't want to do what you do or what you did or what you've done in the past any longer. You know? Like, not saying that you don't have the right to change if you're wrong, you know, if you change your mind or make up your mind or want to go a different way, you have rights to do that. But when it gets down to not shifting or shifting, you want to shift. Always make sure you shift. Just look. But within the course of the Mexit verse, you want to make sure that you are, how can I say this? You just want to be involved. You want to know that at least the people that you are reporting are people that you might actually see in the street. You might actually see them in traffic or whatever, at the mall or however it may be. So I definitely know that I am one of the many, I should say, one of the many cast of the Mexit News on the Mexit Verse. And you'd have to give it a try. You definitely have to give it a try. You got to see what it is, because trust me, this is a whole Mexit Verse, so there's a lot going on up in the verses, okay? So you got to get in there and you got to get in when you fit in. You might like one, you might not like the other, but go on and try it out anyway. Trust me, everything is for somebody. If that one ain't for you, keep clicking. Keep on going. Get in where you fit in. If you believe that it don't work for you, then something is going on in you. Figure it out. Find your place and come on in. Take a seat. Man, I'm just telling you, because there's so much going on right now. It's like, you're in a good place. If you're in a good place to want to do better, if you're in a good place to know that you need to do better, if you're in a good place to see that it's getting better, if you're in a good place to even accept the fact that this is how it's going to be, because it's got to get better. You know, if you don't want to accept it, then you're going to have to accept it, so you might as well go on, figure it out today. I'm telling you, what's going on right now is the way Antonio has put it in the faces of the world is like, okay, you take the COVID, whatever, pandemic, whatever, however you want to call it. You have all of these situations. In that situation right there, it said the world was shut down, nobody could move, everything was locked down, this was going on, jobs were losing, people were losing their jobs, the economy went down, all types of stuff happened. Schools closed, you name it, it happened. And in the midst of all of that hell breaking loose, Antonio is figuring out another way to just dominate the market. I just thank God that I was lucky enough to show up and hit the button and want to be there. No, actually, it didn't work like that. I was following somebody, listening to a motivational speaker. You know, because sometimes you need to be motivated. And I'm not really sure who this is for, because a lot of us believe that we can just do it. We have the know-how, we have the say-so, we have the know-how and the wherewithal to just do it. And we want to do it by ourselves. News flash, you should not be doing this by yourself. If somewhere in your mind you've already decided that the people that are around you, you can't trust them, you can't talk to them, you can't deal with them, you can't do these things. These are not the people you're supposed to be around. Simple. It's not a no-brainer. Today in 2021, you don't have time to just be trying to figure out something. No, get it done. Get it done. If you can't get it done, then get it done. You know? Figure out a way. If you can't do it, then you network with the right people to get it done. That's what the ATS is about. So you find your strengths, and then you lean on someone else for their strengths. In your weaknesses, God makes you strong, but at the end of the day, Antonio is going to make you better. That's how I look at it. They say that when you're weak, you're strong. God makes you strong. God makes you strong, but Antonio is going to make you do the work. He's going to make you put in the work to make you strong, to strengthen you the way that you need to. So, you got AntonioTSmithJr.com and Mexitverse. Mexitverse.com is where, like I said, you will be able to get this news. And it's not just news, but it's like life news. It's everything. Not that news that you think that somebody want to be talking about that don't nobody care really about. We're not talking about that kind of news. That's that middle class mindset that they just want you to not even think about what you're thinking about. They just want you to do whatever they say do, how they want you to do it, and then when they tell you to react, they need you just to react in that manner. Yeah, we don't have time for that. There's not too many people in the world really doing that anymore in 2021. So, with all that being said, the last thing that I will tell you is that, well, actually, no, it was so much that we learned in this weekend for the Mexit conference. It was so. Listen, anytime you can get a chance to just sit amongst. See, I don't like to call people who they are because, I mean, you know, millionaires, billionaires, like that. Somebody might just say because you're a millionaire or a billionaire, they really don't even care what you do. They're just excited that you have the money. Not anymore. Antonio has taught us that the one thing that I have learned is that the only way that it works is if you serve people. If you're not serving the people, nothing else should manifest out of it. Why would God bless it if it's not serving the people? Like, these are real good questions to ask yourselves. Like, you know, sooner or later, they'll all start to just come in your regular context. It's the things that you think about. So the last and final thing that I will say is that the man has built a Nintendo. Yes, the whole game. When I tell you that when there's one for Android and there's one for the iPhone. Think about all of the different things that will come up. Think about the troubleshooting of everything. This is what we learn, and we learn all of these types of things just sitting in the class, but to be able to sit there and say that that's what's going to happen, it really helps you in the long run understanding things that you don't really understand, and pay more attention, and the more attention that you pay, you'll run into an understanding, right? I hope. Oh, excuse me, Lord. Well, that was my key. That says that Antonio T. Smith Jr. has definitely taken my entire weekend and turned it all the way upside down by just offering great opportunities after great opportunities and great opportunities. And who else would I be if I did not then turn around and everything that he is giving to me, everything he's putting into me, everything that I am learning and willing to learn and wanting to study and get more information, it's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you, so you can understand that wherever you are, you're good. It's all for you. Regardless of whatever it looks like, it's all for you. Because the sooner that we embrace that it's all for us, then we'll be able to be the examples that our children really need to see. But that's just me. But yeah, I'm gonna put them in the comments because I'm gonna make sure that you guys can be able to get to these links. AntonioTSmithJr.com and I know Mexiverse.com. Now the gaming, look in the link because I think there's actually two, so you get to pick which one you want. You have right one or the other, so you pick, you choose. All right. See you. See you tomorrow. Ready, willing.